acetaldehyde CH3CHO undergoes aldol condensation reaction in the presence of the base, where two molecules of acetaldehyde dimerize, giving an aldol CH3CHOH CH2CHO. In the next dehydration step, in the presence of the base again, it will lose a molecule of water, forming the crotonaldehyde. CH3 CH double bond CH CHO. This is the best example for the aldol condensation reaction. And when we take the condensation of the other type of carbonyl compounds like esters, they undergo Claisen ester condensation reactions. They do not undergo aldol condensation reactions. Here is the Claisen ester condensation of ethyl acetate CH3COO C2H5 in the presence of a different kind of catalyst like C2H5O- undergoes Claisen ester condensation reaction, where we are getting the CH3C double bond O CH2 COO C2H5, and all the steps here are the reversible steps, etc. And now here, and when we look at the cyclic esters, they again undergo aldol type condensation reactions. They do not undergo Claisen ester condensation reactions like open chain esters. And when we consider the cyclic ketones, which are again called the lactones, they undergo aldol type condensation reactions. They do not undergo Claisen ester condensation reactions. Now here is the lactone. In the presence of the base, ultimately it forms an enone. The product will be just similar to the aldol type product, and here the reaction will be just like the aldol condensation reaction only. So acetaldehyde undergoes aldol condensation reaction in the presence of the base OH minus. The open chain esters like ethyl acetate undergo Claisen ester condensation, and they do not give the aldol condensation reactions. And the closed chain esters like lactones, they undergo aldol type condensation reactions again, because in the lactones one side of it is blocked. See, this side has no alpha hydrogen atoms and this side has two alpha hydrogen atoms. Now they will be acidic again, and of course that undergoes aldol condensation reaction. And here these are the in the open chain esters like ethyl acetate, there are acidic hydrogens. Look at this ethyl acetate, it has 3 acidic hydrogens at this carbon, and in fact again it first involves in the aldol type reaction, where in the first step it forms the inlet ion, and that inlet ion attacks the unionized molecules of the ester. But there is a better leaving group in the molecule like OC2H5. It is a better leaving group. It leaves the molecule and gives this kind of acetoacetic ester. There is the acetoacetic ester. But in the case of lactones, as it is the cyclic structure, there will be no leaving group. If at all the tetrahedral intermediate is broken, that again reforms the bond again. Let us look into the mechanism of all the 3 types of reactions. Now it involves 3 steps. First step is the formation of inlet ion. Second step is the nucleophilic attack of the inlet ion over the unionized aldehyde molecules. Third step is the dehydration step. Now it is the step 1, where acetaldehyde has 3 acidic hydrogen atoms. It is the acetaldehyde molecule. Now the base initiates the reaction process. It is the catalyst in this case. Now forms the inlet ion. Here it is the ionization step. It is the reversible step. It is just an acid-base reaction. Usually acid-base reactions are very fast reactions, but here it is considerably slow step. It is the rate determining step again under the lower concentrations of the base. So rate of the reaction is equal to K into concentration of the acetaldehyde multiplied by the concentration of the OH minus ion in the low concentration conditions of the OH minus ions. So order of the reaction will be equal to 2. It is the first order with respect to the acetaldehyde, first order with respect to the OH minus. Now we have got the inlet ion. That is the inlet ion. Now that inlet ion now acts as the nucleophile and will attack unanalyzed aldehyde molecules to give the alkoxide, and that alkoxide now abstracts a proton from the water molecule formed in the first step. So here is the water molecule again formed here in the first step again. Now let us move to the second step of the process. In the second step, the inlet ion so formed in the first step now attacks unanalyzed molecules of the acetaldehyde. CH3, C double bond O, H. These are the unanalyzed molecules of the acetaldehyde. See here, there will be plenty of unanalyzed molecules in the reaction mixture because the base OH minus or the NaOH is not sufficiently basic to analyze all the aldehyde molecules. So there will be plenty of unanalyzed molecules. Now this is the nucleophilic attack of inlet ion over the unanalyzed electrophilic carbonyl compounds or carbonyl molecules of the acetaldehyde. We will get an alkoxide CH3CO minus H CH2. Here a new carbon-carbon bond is formed. C double bond OH. Now this one abstracts a proton from the water molecule so formed in the first step and gives CH3 CHOH, an aldol. See, aldols are those compounds having an alcoholic group and an aldehyde group or a keto group. Now, under the higher concentrations of the base, at the higher concentrations of the base, OH minus, now the second step is the rate determining step. So rate expression now should be rate is equal to K into concentration of acetaldehyde multiplied by the concentration of the inlet ion. But inlet ion is an intermediate. Rate expression cannot be given in terms of the inlet ion because it is an intermediate. So we can take the support of the first step of the reaction, and then we get rate is equal to K into the concentration of CH3CHO whole square multiplied by the concentration of OH minus. That means it is the third order reaction. Order of the reaction now becomes 3 at the higher concentration of the OH minus. It is second order with respect to the acetaldehyde and first order with respect to the OH minus ions. So in this step we have seen the formation of an aldol. In the third step of the reaction, now the aldol will lose a molecule of water which is called dehydration step. Now the dehydration step is initiated by the second stage of enolization. Aldol has two acidic hydrogens at the alpha carbon to the carbonyl group. CH3, CHOH, CH. These two are the acidic hydrogens because they are adjacent to the alpha to the carbonyl group. Now here the base OH minus abstracts one of these alpha hydrogens and creating a new pi bond, and again oxygen is now getting this negative charge. So it is the CH3CHOH, CH double bond C O minus and H again. Now the OH group will be expelled in the process. Actually, in the presence of the base, alcoholic group loses a proton, but here now the molecule is losing the OH minus ions. And also OH minus is not a good leaving group, but the presence of the carbonyl group makes the reaction so possible, and we are getting an enol, CH3CH double bond CH CHO. This is an enol. It is what we call the crotonaldehyde. Now the Claisen ester condensation reaction of the ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate is the CH3 C double bond O OC2H5. Now these hydrogens are acidic in nature, and the base like ethoxide ion, now we can't use here the OH minus ions because it leads to the hydrolysis reaction. So the base C2H5O minus is used now, where it undergoes enolization again, just like the acetaldehyde, forming an enolate ion CH2 double bond CO minus OC2H5 in the first step. And in the second step, this enolate ion makes a nucleophilic attack over the unenolized ethyl acetate molecules. Now in the step 2, the enolate ions now make a nucleophilic addition over the unenolized ethyl acetate molecules CH3 C double bond O OC2H5. CH2 double bond C O minus OC2H5 gives rise to, see, this is the nucleophilic attack now. The attack occurs through the carbon atom. A new carbon-carbon bond is reported. It is the CH3 C O minus OC2H5 CH2 C double bond O OC2H5. These are all the reversible steps. Now it is the formation of an alkoxide, of course. But here the next step differs from the aldol condensation type of reaction, where in the aldol condensation reaction, this tertiary alkoxide now abstracts a proton from the water molecule and forms an aldol. But here in the ester condensation reactions, this alkoxide doesn't abstract proton from water molecule, but it loses the OC2H5 group because it is a best leaving group. But in the case of aldol condensation reactions, there it should be the hydrogen atom in the case of aldehydes, or that should be an alkyl group in the case of ketones. Those groups are poor leaving groups because they are the stronger bases. Stronger bases are poor leaving groups, so they can't leave the molecule. And in fact, the alkoxide undergoes, or alkoxide abstracts a proton from the water molecule, giving aldol products. But here, in this case, there is a better leaving group now. That is, the OC2H5 group is a better leaving group that will leave the molecule. And here we get ethyl acetoacetate, CH3 C double bond O, CH2 COO C2H5. This is the ethyl acetoacetate. Now, or acetoacetic ester. Now all these steps are the reversible steps. At any stage of the reaction can be reversed. But how to get the better products? For that again, the base now will again help us. OC2H5 minus again helps us. See here, these two are the acidic hydrogens. It will remove one of the hydrogens, giving its conjugate base, CH minus COO C2H5. Now that one abstracts a proton from the ethyl alcohol, giving the final product. It is the ethyl acetoacetate, CH3COCH2COO C2H5 final product. So this is a different reaction from the aldol type condensation reactions. Here particularly the alkoxide formed in the second step. This is the alkoxide formed in the second step that does not abstract proton from the water molecules. That is the basic difference, and all these steps are the reversible steps only. So these are the condensation reactions, which are again called Claisen-Ester condensation reactions, which are again possible for the open chain esters. This is the lactone. Now it has two acidic hydrogen atoms on one side, and on the other side it is blocked. There are no acidic hydrogens, and on that side we can't expect the enolization process. So when it undergoes aldol condensation reaction, ultimately it forms an enone type product. Here is the enone type product. Even though it is an ester, it does not undergo Claisen-Ester condensation reaction, but undergoes aldol type condensation reaction in the presence of the base, OH minus. Now let us see the mechanism of the reaction. The mechanism of the reaction involves three steps. The first step is the enolization step, where one of the acidic hydrogens will be abstracted by the OH minus or the base, forming an enolate ion. This is again an acid-base reaction, but it is the rate determining step under the lower concentrations of the base. It is a reversible step. Now this is the formation of the enolate ion. Now this enolate ion acts as a nucleophile and attacks unenolized ester molecules in the second step. Now in the step 2, the enolate ion will act as a nucleophile and attack unenolized molecules of the cyclic ketones. So here is the nucleophilic attack. Unenolized ester plus, now this is the enolate ion acting as a nucleophile, just like the aldol condensation reactions. Here again it is the nucleophilic attack over the unenolized lactone molecule and forms a new carbon-carbon bond. Now here it is a tetrahedral intermediate. We have seen in the case of open chain compounds, this tetrahedral intermediate will lose the OC2H5 group, but here it is a cyclic ester, doesn't decompose to give an alkoxide, because alkoxide group cannot divide from the reaction mixture, from the molecule, because alkoxide cannot divide. Here is the alkoxide ion formation. It is the tetrahedral intermediate. We have seen in the aldol condensation reaction of, it is the formation of an alkoxide, just like the aldol condensation reactions and in the Claisen-Ester condensation reactions. And we have seen in the Claisen-Ester condensation reaction, this tetrahedral alkoxide intermediate decomposes to give the alkoxide ion. But here this tetrahedral does not decompose to give any alkoxide product, because that alkoxide cannot divide from the molecule. So it undergoes, or it abstracts a proton from the water molecule, giving an aldol type product. Like in the aldol condensation reactions, here again in the third step, dehydration reaction occurs. The product so formed in the second step of the process now undergoes dehydration. The second step of a enolization reaction occurs now. The dehydration process is initiated by the second stage of enolization. Now this is the hydrogen atom which is acidic in nature. Now base abstracts that proton, acidic hydrogen, and forms an enolate ion. This stage is called the enolization step, and actually this enolization process initiates the dehydration reaction. It can be noticed now, actually the OH minus is not a good leaving group, and in fact in the presence of the base, OH groups or the alcoholic groups lose a proton to form an alkoxide again. But here it is the expulsion of the OH group. The OH group will be expelled. The carbonyl group makes the reaction process possible. And here it is the aldol type reaction. The product will be just like the aldol type product. And here we are getting an enone. So even it is an ester molecule, it undergoes aldol type condensation reaction and not the Claisen ester condensation reactions, where open chain esters readily involve in the Claisen ester condensation reaction.